So I thought I would do a little video discussing on why we actually moved to the UK from America. I came over on a spouse visa. My husband is a dual citizen. His mother is originally from London. Although he himself has never lived here, he was born in the States. He has tons of family here and he used to spend like every summer growing up here. We started toying with the idea a couple years ago, and last summer we decided to make the leap. Like I said, he is a dual citizen, so for him, immigration was no more than renewing his passport and updating his photo. But for me, I came over on a spouse visa, which is a pretty long process since Brexit. You have to apply from your country of origin. So we got everything packed up and moved over last fall, and then I had to go back to the States and apply for my visa from my country of origin. Luckily, I have tons of wonderful friends in Los Angeles I was able to stay with. But there were a lot of reasons why we wanted to move over here. One mainly being his family is all here. Although his mom and dad still live in the States, all the extended family are over here. His brother is in Boston, which from Los Angeles to here is really equal distance as we used to be from them. And it's a little more beneficial being ahead in time now. We can FaceTime easier since they have two small kids. We didn't have any family in LA. We definitely didn't want to move back to our home states. I'm originally from Kentucky and he's originally from Texas. So we thought, why not? We don't have kids. Let's pack up our things and let's go try something new. There's a million reasons to love the UK, for sure. And I absolutely love it. As I'm looking past this camera, I'm looking out the window at this stunning blue sky with these cute Georgian rooftops. It looks like I know Dick Van Dyke did not do the best British accent in Mary Poppins, but it looks like a roof that he would have been a chimney sweep in. So when we decided to move, we looked at what it would be like to ship all our furniture over here, and that was going to be a 3 month shipping container from Long Beach to London, and it was going to be about $16,000 for just 300 square meters. So we decided to just pack up all of our things that fit in boxes, family mementos, photos, things like that, and ship those over, which was much easier. We used like just a shipping service, got them in a few days, and then just got new furniture once we got here. Because honestly, by the end of it, our US furniture probably would have been way too large for things. King size beds don't come in the same size over here. The UK king size, our super king, is closer to like an American queen size bed. Um, we brought our cats, which was a fun adventure on its own. Because of Brexit, you can't bring cats or pets in the cabin. They have to go in cargo, which was really stressful for me to think about at first because I'm used to what it's like having pets in cargo in the States, which is not a good experience. But cargo for international is in a temperature controlled room. I thought my cats would get off the flight absolutely hating me, but they got out of the pet carrier like nothing had happened. I toyed with a bunch of different options, such as taking the Queen Mary to a cruise ship that is pet friendly from New York to Southampton. I looked at flying into Rotterdam with them and then taking the ferry. But after mapping out all these different ideas and the time it would take to travel, which would definitely piss my cats off way more, we decided to just use Starwood Pets and they deal with all the paperwork. You have to make sure your cats have a 16-digit microchip and a 12-digit, which is more common in the States. They pick them up at your door, they drop them off at your new place. It was really, really easy, and I'm super grateful that we used the service. There were some funny things about the paperwork bringing them. They have to go through vets that are certified in the UK. And the UK's equivalent to what America's Fish and Wildlife is, it's called the USDA. So now we just joke that our cats are USDA certified. But on top of being close to family, having just a different pace of life here, of course, one of the big factors was the election. It's just so annoying, so loud, so obnoxious, so different than the world that we grew up in America. We did our ballots before we left, so we didn't just not vote and leave. We already had planned on leaving. Either way, we knew no matter who won the election, things like gun control and healthcare reform and student loan reform, none of those are happening in our lifetime in America. And being the age we are and the opportunity we had to go, we just thought, why don't we just go actually find the American dream, which is not in America anymore? Now we're close to his cousins. We get to see them all the time. It's wonderful being able to just walk out your door to a museum. And culturally, I feel like I fit in a little bit better here than in the States. I'm originally from Kentucky, which is a lot of please and thank yous, which is the same as it is here. You cannot say I'm sorry too many times. I do like that. While I did love Los Angeles, growing up in the South, you're raised not to be braggy about yourself or anything that comes off as vain. And in LA, you really do have to brag about your work to continue to get work. And before people say, oh, it's because LA is superficial, blah, 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 actually, it's because most people are freelance in LA. No matter what film you work on, you're typically an LLC as yourself, invoice the company that you work on, move on to the next project. And because of that hustle freelance lifestyle that Los Angeles is due to entertainment, you constantly have to be the billboard for yourself, which I always struggled with. I didn't really like having to do that part of it. So far, absolutely loving everything over here. The grocery stores or supermarkets, the ease of public transit, which is so much safer than public transit in the States. The fact that public transit even exists and is functional is like mind blown. Love it. Yeah. Basically, I just kind of want to like keep checking in. I keep learning different things while I'm here, experiencing different things. Learn about council, the immigration process, all these things. So, if there's any of these topics that you want to hear about specifically, that you want me to dig in deeper as an American immigrating or as a native Brit, just curious what it's like from the outside, like, subscribe, follow, leave a comment below. Let me know if any of those topics you want me to dig in deeper to.